Yes, people, how's it going? So, I'm going to talk about growing up in the 90s. Do you know what? We had the best era, hands down, yeah? This era, this time, yeah? It's just all technology. It's rubbish, yeah? Now, I know I'm saying this as I'm doing a YouTube video on my phone, but I'll tell you what though, yeah? We actually had lives, yeah? We didn't sit in our rooms, sitting there playing on computer games, watching TV. Do you know how many TV channels we had when I was younger? Any of you young listeners out there? Yeah? How many TV channels? When I was really young, we had 4. And that was it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah? And then Channel 5 come along. But it didn't work in Hazelmere where we lived because of the woods and the trees that blocked the signal. Everything was cheaper. Everything was cheaper. And I'm talking like, you go down the shop, yeah, with a £1 coin, right? You could buy yourself a can of Coke. Cost you about 40p, 35p for a proper Coca-Cola. If you got the cheap stuff like the Panda Pop, any of you older lot now are sat there going, oh my God, Panda Pop. Yeah, Panda Pop was like 20p for a bottle, yeah? So you could go and get a can of Coke, yeah? And you could probably go and get like a Mars bar as well, which would probably cost you about 25p. So that's like 35, that's like 40, 50, 60p, yeah? And then you had 40p left for the penny sweet section. You hear what I'm saying? Now you go down the shop, yeah? It's £1.5p for a can of Coke. What's all that about, people? But it's not just that, yeah? There is no such thing as a social life now. Everything is just all to do with phones. Facebook, yeah? Facebook. That's a social media, they call it. Ain't social. Ain't a social thing. Yeah, people sit there all day long just going, like me, share me, post me. Talk to their friends. That ain't socialising. It's just like literally technology, yeah? It's taken over. When we were growing up, yeah, we would meet up. We'd all meet up at the park, or meet up in the woods, or up at Bluebells. It was like a load of pits, like a line of them, and it's called Bluebells because like a certain time of year there'd be loads of bluebells growing around in them pits, or around them pits. And we used to go out there and make a bonfire at night time, sit around a bonfire. Some people would be smoking, a bit of weed, hash, whatever. Other people would be drinking. But we used to sit there for hours just talking, having fun. I remember one night when we went up to Bluebells, yeah, we all sat round there, and the girls had took some duvets with them and blankets, because obviously in the night there, it did get a little bit cold, and you couldn't sit right next to the fire. But me and Chris Prentice, we used to throw flints on the fire when they weren't looking. And bits of flint would fly off and start burning through their blankets. We were little buggers. But anyway, yeah, so it's mental. I got on a bus the other week, yeah, for the first time in a long time. And I'm on this bus, and I suddenly look up, and it says free Wi-Fi. Free Wi-Fi on the bus. And they've got charger ports and stuff in the buses, so you could charge your phone on a bus. I'm like, what? What's going on here? Like, everything is just technology influenced, isn't it? It's just all technology. Dun, 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 dun. That's a great drum and bass tune, that is. See, again, music. Hands down, we had the best generation for music. Jungle, drum and bass, happy hardcore, garage, house, hip-hop. The 90s for hip-hop was just boom. Boom bap, yeah? Hands down, 90s, best generation ever. If you went out, yeah, to go and find your mates, you didn't have, you rang their house phone. 01494 yeah? Oh, they're not in. So you went out and you walked around, and then you see their push bike outside, like where the woods are, and you'll be like, oh, they're in there. And you always knew where they were, because there's always go to the same spot. Now, I said the other week, I was walking up to Homer Green. It's about 9:30 at night. It's summer holidays. There's not a single person out. No kids. When we were younger, there was groups of us everywhere. groups all over the place. There'd be like 20 of us all sat up at the park. Yeah, we might have been up to no good, but we were living. We were socialising. We were learning to communicate with each other, not through a device. Yeah, and also music. Like, cause this true story. Yeah, I was like the bootleg king. Yeah, round here. I used to get all the hip hop. Yeah, off of my cousin, and then my cousin, so he'd put it on a CD. Then I'd go off and I'd burn it onto tapes or onto CDs, and I'd be just giving it out. Never sold it, just gave it out. And all my mates around here, yeah, they'd get some of the sickest, most underground, deepest, darkest hip hop that was out that you couldn't get. Yeah, you couldn't get this stuff in this country, not American stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the American hip hop back in like the late 90s, I was getting a lot of that and then handing it out. Not many other people were doing that around here. Well, no one was doing it around here. It was basically me. And I was talking to Paradox, yeah, my bro, the other day, and he was telling me, like, when he went to school with my brother was, like, getting stuff off of me, taking him to school, and then showing all his mates, and Paradox was one of them. And they would swap music, and, oh, yeah, check this out, and be listening to hip-hop at school. And it's really funny. Like, just you know, like, I've been out a few times now, and like Vandal, Paradox, etc. They're all like saying to people, "Oh, this guy here used to get all the tunes, used to get all the decent hip hop before anyone else." Yeah, man. It's different now because everyone can get whatever they want. Like, like literally, you just type it into your phone, and then it's like free download. Bang, you get it. Completely different now. Growing up in the 90s. The fashion, you know, we used to wear our baggy trousers, blue bolt jeans, Cole Carney, spliffy. I remember once, yeah, I was wearing my spliffy hoodie. I was only like 14 years old, and I've gone onto the, gone on to get onto the bus, yeah, because I was going up to the fishing shop up in Downley called Marsh Tackle. Yeah, this is going back some years, yeah. And I've gone to get on the bus, and the bus driver refused to let me on because I was wearing a spliffy top. He says, "You're advertising drugs." Yeah, true story. And being a 15-year-old kid, I told him to have beep. Do you know what I mean? Like, but come on, man. Like, jeez. Crazy to think that's what it was like, isn't it? But, yeah, so growing up in the 90s, music was just fresh. Still, like, you know, we all wore our baggy clothes that were 10 times too big for us. Nike Air Max, the trainers that had the air bubble all the way around the heel, yeah. But you went out in them and you stepped on a bit of glass, and then you had this like squeaky air bubble, like walking down the road. You always knew when someone had popped their bubble. But yeah, just mental times, like great times, just. Living, man, it was living. Like, you know, I used to have £5, yeah. With that £5 on a Friday night, I could go and get myself some alcohol, get myself some cigarettes, and get myself a portion of fish and chips for a £5, mate. You couldn't even buy a portion of chips nowadays for a £5. Well, you probably can, but you wouldn't be able to buy. You would not be able to buy. You can't buy a packet of cigarettes for a £5. They sell them cigarillos now, don't they? They're like £5.60, £6. Because obviously back in the day you could buy 10 cigarettes. You can't do that now. It's illegal for them to sell them. But they've got a thing around it now. These cigarillos, so they're cigars. But yeah, hands down, man. The 90s. The 90s was the best. Yeah, the music, the fashion, the socialising. It was just a different era, yeah. And I feel sorry for this generation that are stuck indoors playing on games. They've got their Netflix, their Disney Plus, and their Amazon Prime. Do you know what? Yeah, I sit there most nights, yeah, looking through what to watch. I ain't got a frigging clue because I'm sat there like, there's just too much. There's just too much on TV. I'm looking at too much, and I'm just like, what do I watch? What the hell do I watch? It does my head in. It really does my bloody head in. But anyway, bring back the 90s. That's what we need, man. We need this generation to be more like us. Well, maybe not more like us, because some of us didn't all turn out great. But no, seriously though, yeah, the kids don't know. They just don't know what we had, and they never will do. And you know, they're probably looking back at photos of their mum and dad laughing, going, "Look at what you're wearing. Look at you lot all hanging out down the park." Yeah, but it's better than sitting there playing Fortnite and Gears of War or whatever, and you know, just sitting there being zombified on a computer. Like, I appreciated that I grew up in that era and that I had a lot of mates, and we you know, we had a good time, man. We had a real good time, real good fun. And I wouldn't change my growing up side of things at all, like, but I would like to change it for the new generation, because I feel so sorry for them, so sorry for them, that they're stuck indoors. And like I said, the streets are dead. The streets are dead. Yeah, these kids need a wake-up call. There's more to life than just sitting around on your ass watching TV and playing computer games. Get out, socialize, yeah? Stop all this dating site business, yeah? Meet a person, meet a girl, you're meant to meet them, yeah? Face to face. Not over a thing swiping left and right. Hook-up sites and stuff. Come on, go out there, make her smile, make her wanna get into bed with you, not flipping, oh man, being a keyboard warrior. Sad times, man, sad times. See, I'm showing my age now, yeah? I'm showing my age. 41. I'm 41, going on 14. Oh, I wish I was 14 again, I'll tell you that. Anyway, people, love, peace. Keep tuning in, keep watching. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all the views. Appreciate it. And, yeah, enjoy your weekend. It's Friday. Kids, get out there. Go do something. Stop sitting in your houses, pissing your parents off. Oh, sorry, I swore. Anyway, people, peace. Love, love.